Good morning, dear educators. Thank you for joining the session in time. We are going to begin the session shortly. While we are helping other participants to join, you're requested to kindly mark your attendance. We have shared the attendance link with you in the chat window. Please click on the link and mark your attendance. Thank you so much. Dear educators, thank you for joining in time. We are going to begin the session shortly. While we are helping other participants to join, you're requested to mark your attendance. We have shared the attendance link with you in the chat window. Please click on the link and mark your attendance. And dear participants, you're requested to kindly inform your teammates to quickly join the session so that we can begin on time. Yes? Thank you so much. Good morning, dear educators. Thank you for joining the session before time and on time. We're going to begin with the session shortly. While we are helping other participants to join, you're requested to mark your attendance. We have shared the attendance link in the chat window. Please click on the link and mark your attendance. And also you're requested to ask your team members to quickly join the session so that we can begin on time. Come on, everyone. Yes? Thank you.
You
Good morning, dear educators. Once again, thank you for joining on time. We're going to begin the session in a few seconds. While we are helping other participants to join, you're requested to kindly mark your attendance. We have shared the attendance link with you in the chat window. Please click on the link and mark your attendance. And also quickly ask your team members to join in so that you can witness the team assembly today. Yes? So come on, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the session on time. We have shared the attendance link in the chat window. You're requested to kindly mark your attendance. We are going to begin the session shortly. And also, some of the educators, they've joined through their phone. That's okay. But you're requested to keep your phone in the landscape mode so that you can have a fuller view of whatever we are going to present today. Thank you so much. Once again, good morning, everyone. We're going to begin with the session. Thank you for joining on time and before time, everyone. We have shared the attendance links once again in the chat window. You're requested to kindly mark your attendance. And also, you're requested to please keep your phones on the landscape mode. Now it's time to take off. So let me invite Ms. Ayushi to share a beautiful poem.
Welcome, dear educators. Come take a seat to our theme assembly where giggles will meet. Kindergarten learners are ready for a fun-filled show. With mischief and laughter, they'll make you glow. Walk a lap for a wild ride of delight. as tiny hands wave and hearts take flight. In this joyful chaos, learning's the game. So let's dance and learn, it's never the same.
Namaskar, Adab, Sat Sri Akal, Vanakkam. Dear educators, welcome to our theme assembly. It is always a pleasure to meet you. Practitioners who are dedicated and passionate about nurturing young minds, fostering creativity, and laying the foundation for a lifetime of learning. As educators of bright-eyed and curious little learners, you hold a unique responsibility. Yes, you are shaping future generations, and your role goes far beyond teaching ABCs and 1, 2, 3. After all, you are the architect of our little ones' earliest educational landscape, responsible for creating a safe and a stimulating environment for their growth and exploration. Today, we are going to celebrate the magic of early childhood education and recognize the power of play and hands-on activities that spark curiosity and transport little minds to a new world and nurture not just academics growth, but also social, emotional, and physical development. And now it is time for you to sit back and allow us to present our theme assembly. But wait, first, let us share the fabulous, engaging, and entertaining moments we have had with each one of you as we were preparing for this presentation. Well, well, well. It was amazing to see all of you immersed in the experience that we have had. We could see each one of you walking down the memory lane and splitting grins on your faces. Yes, in this montage, we try to highlight the qualities, values, attitudes, intelligences, dispositions, and skills that were seamlessly integrated, demonstrated, and developed during these interactions. We had the best intention to include as many practitioners as we could. However, you are in our hearts, even if you do not see yourself on the screen. Yes? Moreover, today, as our guests, our practitioners, we played a video with all of us engaging with you. On the day of your team assembly, dear educators, you can play a video montage showing you having a blast with your learners in the classroom.
So, a very good morning to all of you. And I'd like to start with this quote. Learning is one addiction I don't mind admitting to. In fact, I celebrate it. Once again, an amazing experiential morning to all of you. These words were said by Carmine Gallo. With this thought, let us raise the curtain for celebrating yours and our learners' eagerness to learn.
Dear educators, it gives me immense pleasure that all of us have been transacting classes with great spirit and joy. Interacting with each one of you and watching you interact with your learners is another level of happiness. The NCF was rolled out in October 2022 and then again in 2023. Yes? And is worth appreciating. As suggested by NCF and the shared belief at Nature Nurture, child is the curriculum. And here comes the super learners.
We are the super learners. Yay!
Yes, thank you. And as practitioners, my dear educators, now we are going to, so now as practitioners, let's quickly move on to the next part. Dear educators, it gives me immense pleasure that all of us have been transacting classes with great spirit and joy. Interacting with each one of you and watching you interact with your learners is another level of happiness, as I said, right? So now let me quickly call our practitioners that you need to be constantly reminding yourself of this mantra. Seeing all of you so committed to your profession is commendable. So let us take a moment and applaud ourselves for this effort. Let us join our hands and appreciate them for their zeal, everyone.
So, my dear practitioners, what did you just see on the stage right now? Can it happen with each one of us too? Our learners are young and they get excited and they start waving to their mama, papa from stage only. Understand, the learners are young and we should appreciate all their initiatives with enthusiasm and grace. So, when you have your theme assembly, you don't have to panic in such situations. Handle it as a part of the teaching learning process. Let's remember that the journey is more important rather than the destination. So, my dear practitioners, moving ahead, almost all of us are either nearing the commencement of Unit 2 or have already commenced it. Now is the time to give our parents an action-packed performance, showcasing the skills, attitudes, and values our learners have acquired or enhanced during units 1 and 2. As we said at the beginning, we should celebrate our learning. And what can be a better way than organizing a theme assembly like this?
Surely, Shra. And there are a number of skills, dear educators, which we develop in our learners with the help of the theme assembly. Learners begin to develop confidence, collaborate, demonstrate resilience. They begin to take initiative to speak in front of an audience and build a powerful stage presence.
Ma'am, if I were a kindergartner, just imagine how excited I would be of the idea of getting beautiful costumes, taking care of props, making voice modulations, engaging in dialogues, and above all, being thrilled as my mama, papa watch me from the audience. They watch me dance, rock and roll. How proud they would be feeling. Are you all equally enthused and excited as us? Come on, dear educators, quickly share your responses in the chat column.
Yes, come on, educators. Come on, everyone. Yes. And now, thank you, practitioners. I could see that you're all typing in the chat window. You're all equally excited. So, let's begin with this quote. Fill your life with experience, not things. Have stories to tell, not stuffs to show. Right? And now, dear educators, now we'll demonstrate some activities from the theme assembly plan for kindergarten to give you a feel of how the theme assembly will actually come out with your learners. This will also help you understand how the script provided to you can be used diligently and effectively. After we are through with the demonstrations, we will reflect on preparation and other documents that guided us through the demonstration. We will reflect what preparation and documents were referred to while we were conducting the theme assembly. And now, it's almost 11:15 already, 11:19 in fact. So, my guests are all arriving. So let us dive into the pre-theme assembly experience. Let us quickly check if the corridors are ready. Come on, teachers. Yes, because our parents are eager to come inside. So here we go. Dear tech team, can you focus the camera at the entrance where all of us can witness the parents walking in? Let us surprise and amaze them as they see the work of their little superstars displayed beautifully for them. Yes? Okay, so my educators, okay, they're all set to quickly welcome my parents. Okay, so let's quickly see. My parents are so excited. They're all ready. Already giggling, watching their learners' work displayed at the wall entrance.
Oh, this is Ria's work. Look, this is her painting. My son's hand painting here. This is so nice. I have to take a picture of this. God. Oh, isn't this your son's painting? Yes. Oh my God. Okay. Good morning. Ma'am, कितनी देर में शुरू होगा प्रोग्रेस? Hello, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, and now here's a quick heads up on how we can make the theme assembly smooth and enjoyable experience for everyone. Let's make sure we offer water to the parents before we start, right? it's important to keep them comfortable so they can focus on their little ones on the stage. Oh, and one more thing. Let's hold off on serving snacks to the parents during the assembly, dear educators. We don't want any distraction, right? We want all the eyes glued to those adorable kiddos doing their activities, their performances. Yes?
Gracious greeting to great parents. We begin the day with a heartfelt prayer to the Almighty. We extend our warm wishes and a hearty welcome to all the educators and invite you all to enjoy the Nature Nurture Theme Assembly. The aim of this presentation goes beyond making learning more interactive and meaningful. It is to ensure that every child has an opportunity to express himself or herself, to gain self-confidence and self-esteem. We would also like to emphasize that every child matters. Every child is an achiever. Every child is a winner. And this is what sets us apart from the rest. Dear parents, you have contributed to the presentations by cooperating with the educators. And now is the time to sit back and enjoy and feel pride in what our young learners have achieved. So let's invite our young learners.
What a beautiful day it is.
The sun is shining and the breeze is blowing. I'm so excited to be here.
So am I. Oh, there is my army. Uzera, what a... Yes, what a wonderful audience we have here today.
We must be thankful to God for all that we are blessed with.
Let us start today's assembly with a prayer.
Our parents and practitioners tell us to thank all those who help us. So, why not to begin this great event by thanking God first?
That is right, Sabha. Dear all, join us in this beautiful prayer.
हे भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान, हम सब बालक हैं नादान, चहके ऐसे पंछी जैसे, सूरज जैसे बने महान। हे भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान, हम सब बालक हैं नादान, चहके ऐसे पंछी जैसे, सूरज जैसे बने महान। Practitioners, I am sure that you understand that every child is a present who entails a different surprise. As educators, it is important for us to ensure we share the unique gifts of every learner to the world. I have a learner who can captivate you with her linguistic skills. So let's give a big round of applause to my learner Ayushi, who has written a short prayer for us all today. So let's enjoy it.
Dear God, our friend up high.
Dear God, our friend up high.
Help us as we reach for the sky.
Help us as we reach for the sky.
Oh dear parents, you're the best.
Oh dear parents, you're the best.
Hug us tight and let us rest.
Hug us tight and let us rest.
Guide us as we take each stride.
Guide us as we take each stride.
Help us learn with joy and pride.
Help us learn with joy and
To
pride.
be kind and brave in all we do.
To be kind and brave in all we do.
To be future ready, we need help from you.
To be future ready, we need help from you.
We wish to learn and grow each day.
We wish to learn and grow each day.
To make new friends and laugh and play.
To make new friends and laugh and play.
With curious minds and hearts so true.
With curious minds and hearts so true.
We'll be ready, the world will woo.
We'll be ready, the world will woo.
Woo! With our warm hearts, we'll find our way.
With our warm hearts, we'll find our way.
Ready for the world?
Hey, hooray! Wow, what a wonderful way to begin the day. This activity has helped our learners enhance their sense of rhythm and language development. Above all, they have learned the power of thankfulness and gratitude.
Rightly said, Tanuja. Also, let us quickly reflect what domains we have touched upon. Any guesses, dear educators? Let us quickly write in the chat window. Come on, we are waiting. So which domains have we covered up when we were doing this prayer? Okay. Yes. So my educators have already started typing. Come on. Yes. Okay. Wow. Your responses are absolutely correct. Let us have a quick look on the screen. With the help of the prayer activity, we are able to touch upon personal, social, and emotional development, right? Language development, ethical thinking, and not only this, prayer inculcates multiple dispositions in our learners. Rightly said, ma'am. Our learners will build their critical thinking, collaboration, cross-cultural understanding, communication skills. Yes? And now I see my learners getting ready for the next activity. Yes? Are we ready? Let's see. Uh-oh. Some of my learners are little naughty and running here and there on the stage. By the time they are settled, we have a little activity for all of you, right? Okay, so my dear educators, what can you see on the screen? Everybody quickly type in the chat window, come on. Okay, so I can see you are typing. We can see happy truth and a sad truth. Yes? And yes, rightly said. And now quickly type in the chat, what is going to help? Which food item is going to make my tooth happy? Quickly. Which food item? Ice cream, broccoli, milk, what? Come on. Type in the chat window. Ah, milk, right. And broccoli, yes, vegetables are going to make my tooth feel happy. And now quickly tell me, what is going to make my tooth feel sad? Which food item? Yes, ice cream, chocolates or cakes. Yes, we can have them, but we should brush our teeth after that. Yes, right? Okay, so this is how, dear educators and parents, we help our children or we engage our children in the activities in the classroom, right? Meaningful engagement is happening. And now, my dear educators, remember, our learners are young. Our goal should not be perfection, but rather celebration of their skills. Our theme assembly plans mention that it is a good idea to have some filler activities ready, like we have taken up this, right? And what better than the HUL toolkit activities? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. And now it looks like my learners are also ready. So let's head back to our theme assembly demonstration. Let's welcome my learners. Yay!
Would you all like to learn different ways people greet each other around the world?
I know aloha is a Hawaiian word used when greeting someone.
And konnichiwa is Japanese hello. Howdy is from America.
And namaste is from India, isn't it?
Yes, but ours is a big country and there are so many languages that we speak here.
Really, I would love to know more ways of greeting our countrymen.
Yes, we Indians speak different languages. फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी.
Let us greet our guests with a welcome from different states of India.
But let me begin by saying namaste. We welcome you to the Nature Nurture Theme Assembly.
Lights, camera.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ we are from Punjab.
Nallavaravu, we are from Tamil Nadu.
Namaskar, we are from West Bengal.
যেমন ছাড়া বনের পাখি
स्वागतं कृष्ण चरणागतं कृष्ण मधुरापुरि सदना मृदुवदना मधु
Swagatam, we are from Andhra Pradesh.
शरणागतं कृष्ण मधुरापुरि सदना
Kripya Atwa, we are from Maharashtra.
Namaskaram, we are from Karnataka.
Thammagani, we are from Rajasthan.
Shamdeep, we are from Kashmir.
रंग बुमरा आए हो किस बगिया से हो तुम
Jai Hind! What a proud, patriotic, energy-filled welcome, my dear educators. Can't you just imagine your little ones performing on stage? Yes? Right. And my dear educators, understand, the purpose of the theme assembly is not perfection. It's an opportunity for learners to come forward and celebrate their learning. Even my learners were looking here and there and were waving at the audience once they were on the stage. Yes? So they are young and this is science. This will happen. Let's focus on the bigger picture. With the help of this activity, my learners are covering personal, social, and emotional development. Yes? Language development is happening side by side. Ethical thinking is happening, right? Gender equality is what they're learning. Character building, creative thinking and expression, physical education, and patriotism is what they are learning, right? My learners' skills are my learners are also building skills like collaboration and communication. After all, these activities can come out beautifully with the help of practice. Yes, that too on the stage. My learners may be hesitant at first, but as they say, practice makes us excel. And now look here. Oh, wow. My learners are ready with another very, very interesting activity. Yes, are my learners there?
Are you ready to take part in a race with us? Look at all my friends. We have made these cardboard skates and now we will race to see who is the winner.
So let us cheer for our learners. 3, 2, 1, go!
I want to win. I'm so proud of you. Aren't you all my super learners? Yes. Yes. Come on, shake hands with each other. Congratulations. Yes. Let's go.
My dear practitioners, another common scenario to occur. Learners start crying, don't take part in the activity, or simply don't accept it when they lose a match. It's always a good idea to have a co-educator, an educator to help you handle such situations. Just see my co-educator Shweta. She seamlessly helped my learners settle and all my learners finished the activity.
Wow, a big round of applause to all my learners. Come on, everyone. Yes, congratulations to each of my learners. And now this activity enhances the gross motor skill, especially body control of my little ones. Yes, they have fun racing together. And my dear educators, don't you think this is a wonderful way to integrate physical development and health, wellness, and safety? Yes, even during the rehearsal, we ensured that our learners were briefed about how we have to be careful and not go too fast that we may get hurt or we may hurt ourselves, right? Here we have another surprise now, dear educators, in store for you. So my learners are ready with a story. Dadi ke gifts.
मीना और हरी आज बहुत खुश हैं।
पर ऐसा क्यों?
उनकी दादी आने वाली है।
अरे वाह! दादी के साथ तो बहुत मजे होंगे।
होंगे तो और ढेर सारे गिफ्ट्स भी मिलेंगे।
देखते हैं गिफ्ट्स में क्या मिलता है।
मुझे लगता है इस बार के गिफ्ट्स ना जबरदस्त होने वाले हैं।
मेरी दादी तो मुझसे बहुत प्यार करती है।
मेरी भी, और वो तो मम्मी और पापा को भी डांट सकती है।
सही कहा, मगर बच्चों हमें भी तो डांट सकती है।
Best, daddies are the best.
And dadas too.
नमस्ते दादी, आप कैसी हैं?
मैं अच्छी हूँ मेरे बच्चों, तुम दोनों कैसे हो? कितने लंबे हो गए हो?
हाँ दादी, हम हेल्दी खाना खाते हैं और खूब प्ले करते हैं, मतलब खेलते हैं।
हाँ बेटा, समझ आता है मुझे।
हाँ दादी, मीना को तो क्रिकेट बहुत पसंद है और इसकी टीम तो हमेशा जीतती है।
अरे वाह मीना, हरी तुम क्रिकेट नहीं खेलते?
खेलता हूँ दादी, पर मुझे फुटबॉल ज्यादा पसंद है।
दादी, हरी तो बनाना स्मूथी बनाने का चैंपियन है। इसकी बनाई स्मूथी मम्मी पापा दोनों को बहुत पसंद है।
हाँ दादी, मैं आपके लिए भी बनाऊंगा और एक स्पेशल सैंडविच भी।
अरे वाह, फिर तो ये क्रिकेट बैट मैं मीना को दूंगी और ये किचन में एप्रन मिलेगा
Hari ko.
Thank you, Dadi.
पर दादी ये गार्डनिंग सेट किसके लिए है?
बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछा मीना। ये गार्डनिंग सेट तुम्हारे और तुम्हारे मम्मी पापा दोनों के लिए है। अपने बगीचे में सुंदर सुंदर फूल उगाओ, हेल्दी सब्जियां उगाओ, हेल्दी खाओ और खुश रहो।
वाह
हाँ,
दादी,
दादी,
नेचर को भी खुश रखो।
सही कहा बच्चों।
थैंक यू।
Wow, what a performance! मजा आ गया सबको. Yes? What a wonderful way of integrating storytelling, gender equality, and language development. We thoroughly enjoyed putting up this act, dear educators. We identified a number of learners who were fond of dramatics. This activity was such a perfect way to demonstrate their fondness for dramatics. And my dear educators, the theme assembly is not simply allocating activities to learners and making learners learn lines or steps for an act. When allocating the activities to our learners, it is important we observe what our learners' prominent interest or intelligences are. If my learners are shy to speak, putting them in such an activity will not be something they enjoy. They will be hesitant to do so. On the other hand, if I identify that my learners are fond of kinesthetic activities, they can be placed in activities like the cardboard race that we had. Yes? This way, the learners will not be shy to come forward on stage. Eventually, they will begin to speak too.
I agree, ma'am. But I have a question. Won't my parents come up with questions like, why is my child on stage for a lesser duration of time compared to others?
That's right, Shreya. A very, very valid concern. But my dear practitioners, we will simply have to provide the rationale to the parents that we want to present the best skills of the learners for them. And these concerns are already mentioned in our organizational plan of the theme assembly. Yes, it mentions the rationale of these concerns. Now let's get back to our demonstration. Our learners seem to be ready, setting up for something. Yes. So are my learners ready? So now over to my learners.
Today, I am going shopping with my parents. I am so excited.
But what is so exciting about it, Uzera?
Ayushi, I get to choose what I want and I also get to pay the cashier.
Oh, really? I am growing big and I can count too.
So can I. I love counting notes and coins. Let us now take you to the big bazaar.
This is where we buy things that we need.
Yes, we are learning about money and how to use it.
We know that when we go shopping with our parents, we must stay close to them.
But this is a safe market, Ayushi, where we can shop freely on our own. Excuse me, do you sell erasers?
Yes, we sell erasers. Ma'am, are you carrying a cloth bag?
Yes, I am. So how much is one eraser for?
It is for 1 rupees.
Okay, so I would like two. One
Oh.
for myself and one for my friend.
Yes, 1, 2. There you have it.
One.
That
two.
would be 2 rupees.
Here. Thank you.
Come one, come all. These are yummy candies in different flavors. Why don't you buy some for yourself?
No thanks. I had enough candies yesterday. I do not need more.
Hey, Uzera, but those candies look really tasty. You could have bought some.
No, Sabha. It will be a waste of money. I don't really need more candies. Thank you, though.
Oh, learners these days are very smart. They don't buy anything they don't need.
Wow, very good. Brilliant. So, my dear educators, shopping is an activity that most children are not actively involved in. But that has effectively changed today. The presentation you just saw has made them aware of money transaction. Yes, this has enhanced their numeracy and financial literacy skill, rightly said. It has also clarified the difference between real and make-believe and emphasized on safe behavior during shopping expedition. And this activity has helped them to verbalize their needs and understand a thin line between wants and needs. Use of appropriate and contextual word has added the linguistic aspect as well. And did you know that we try to use only eco-friendly material in the bazaar because it is important to make the learners understand the importance of sustainability, something that they can live themselves and they can take it, right? Thank you.
So, ma'am, looks like our learners have a musical performance ready for us. So, my dear educators, can we welcome them with a big round of applause? Yes.
Papa, do you know that Eskimos live in igloos made from ice? Yes, remember our educator showed us a picture of it and of other kind of houses from around the world. Well, my dream house will have a large garden and a big pool. If I build a house, I will paint it golden. So let's see what our friends would use to build a house. Here they come. Wait, why are they wearing helmets? They are not driving or riding. Helmets are for safety. They protect us in case there is an accident. Yes, a lot of heavy material goes into building a house. As I said, igloos are great.
I'll need some wood, I'll need some wood. I'll saw the wood, I'll saw the wood when I build my house, when I build my house. I will saw the wood, saw the wood, saw the wood when I build my house, when I build my house. There's so much to do. It's nice when you come along and help me too. It's nice when you come along and help me too. When I build my house, when I build my house, I'll need some nails, I'll need some nails. And I'll hammer the nails, I'll hammer the nails when I build my house, when I build my house. I will hammer the nails, hammer the nails, hammer the nails when I build my house. Saw the wood, saw the wood, saw the wood when I build my house. When I build my house, there's so much to do. It's nice when you come along and help me too. It's nice when you come along and help me too. When I build my house, when I build my house, I'll need some bricks, I'll need some bricks. And I'll lay the bricks, I'll lay the bricks when I build my house, when I build my house. I will lay the bricks, lay the bricks, lay the bricks when I build my house. Hammer the nails, hammer the nails, hammer the nails when I build my house. Saw the wood, saw the wood, saw the wood when I build my house. When I build my house, there's so much to do. It's nice when you come along and help me too. It's nice when you come along and help me too. When I build my house, when I build my house, I'll need some paint, I'll need some paint. And I'll paint the walls, I'll paint the walls when I build my house, when I build my house. I will paint the walls, paint the walls, paint the walls when I build my house. Lay the bricks, lay the bricks, lay the bricks when I build my house. Hammer the nails, hammer the nails, hammer the nails when I build my house. Saw the wood, saw the wood, saw the wood when I build my house. When I build my house, there's so much to do. It's nice when you come along and help me too. It's nice when you come along and help me too. And when I'm done, I'll go inside, I'll go inside. I'll look around and I look around and I look with pride and I look with pride. Wow! We really love it.
Wow, wonderful everyone. A song full of activities. Develop the learner's gross motor skills. Physical development is happening, right? And did you notice how they were enjoying the rhythm and the movements? Yes. The song keeps up with the theme of the unit, which also gave them global dimension in terms of typing of houses, types of houses around the world. When learners are learning the sequential order of construction, they're developing their prerequisite skills for coding. They also learn about the sequential order of construction, and that safety is required when doing these kind of hazardous jobs.
My dear educators, the journey of the theme assembly is meant for you and the learners to enjoy. I mean, my team will have to agree that we have enjoyed this past week practicing. There were so many hidden talents we discovered this past week. So I believe that the theme assembly is a great opportunity for us to understand our learners. You have the whole unit 2 to practice with your learners. If you start practice on time, you can change the allocation of the activities depending on the comfort of your learners. Now, my dear educators, sit back because we head into the final act of our demonstrations. Learners have a very special message for you.
Hi, Uzaira. How are you doing? Why didn't you come to the park yesterday?
I am doing good, Shivani. I had an important match.
A football match? Where?
No, it was a video game match.
I can't believe you missed our playtime because of a video game.
Everyone plays them. Also, they are fun.
And bad for your health too. You really must limit your screen time.
I know. My parents also think so. I had tried to stop on time, but time flies when I am busy with my devices. But I am learning to stop.
Good. That is why you should set a timer to keep a track. Wait, our friends are describing how to have a good time without using devices.
My screen time is just a small part of my day.
I have good friends and playground, and that is all I need to play. Okay, we can play a video game, get the high score, enter your name. Screen time, that makes you feel great. Screen time, but not till too late. It's just a small part of my day. Screen time and playground, and that is all I need to play.
Game over. That was fun. Screen goes away. There are many more ways to learn and play. Let's dance, let's sing out loud. Screen time is done for now.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful, everyone. And with this important message, we bring the curtain down on today's special program. The entire class deserves a big round of applause for performing wonderfully and so wholeheartedly. We are grateful to all the parents for their cooperation and participation, for working so hard with the children to make the program a success. You have proven to be wonderful educators. Thank you once again. We look forward to bringing you more such presentation. Wow. Did you all enjoy that demonstration put up by the Nature Nurture team, my dear educators? This can be your learners as well, right? And now it's time to raise a toast and sit back and enjoy what went into making of the theme assembly, as the journey is equally important as the destination, right?
It's time for our guest to arrive. I am so excited to be here. Teachers, interacting with all of you is
नेचर को भी खुश रखो जो दिखा दो वही पढ़ रहा हूँ
मैंने गलत लिखे हुए हैं ना
57.
yes.
Wow.
So, with that, my dear educators, I hope you, right? So, now some of you might be new to the theme assembly and must be having questions like, how do we conduct the theme assembly? Who is it meant for? So, now to go and address all those concerns, we will quickly be talking about the components of the theme assembly. Yes.
Yes, rightly said, Shreya. So, dear educators, once again, thank you so much. Now we are going to continue with the components, right? So you can get an insight that how this theme assembly was taken up. What all goes into being this theme assembly success? So let me quickly apprise you. The objective of the theme assembly is to celebrate the culmination of the units and to share the teaching learning process with the parents. Right, Shreya?
All right. So now, my dear educators, I am quickly showcasing the first document on the screen to you. So would anyone like to guess what is this document? Here's a small hint. Nature Nurture lays emphasis on this document. Any guesses what the name of this document is called? You can start typing your answers in the chat column. So anyone? The answer is almost on the screen only. Okay, okay. So let's see who answers first. Okay. So my dear educators, yes, you are correct. The name of this document is the cover mail. Now I'd like to ask you all, how many of you have read the cover mail? Yes? Okay. So my dear educators, this is the cover mail, and you, if you've not read it, that's completely all right. You can read it after the assembly, right? But what is the purpose of this document? The purpose of this document is to apprise you of all the documents you'll be referring to, right? So let me just quickly open this, right? So as you can see, this document is telling you about what documents you'll be referring to when you will be conducting the theme assembly. It's also telling you where all the documents are uploaded also, right? So ma'am, would you like to add any point regarding the cover mail?
Yes, Shreya. Our efforts have always centered around ensuring that every learner whose life we touch upon, not one, but numerous opportunities are given to so that they grow in skills and confidence. So these theme assemblies actually provide them with an innovative platform to soar unfettered as they engage in activities that will expand their horizons. Yes, Shreya?
Yes, ma'am. And again, I just want to emphasize here that, look, you can see all the different where everything is being uploaded, right? So now let's go back to our slideshow. And now I want to ask you all, right, that there's a lot of planning that goes into the making of this theme assembly. So there's so many tasks that we have to align. So now I want to ask you all, that do you think it is important we have a checklist that helps us align what it helps us remember what are the various tasks we have to do before we conduct the theme assembly, right? What do you think? Do you think there should be a certain checklist which is telling us about all the different tasks we have to do before we carry out the implementation of the theme assembly? Yes or no? Let's quickly. Yes, so I see some of you are responding in the chat column. Yes, we need it, right? So let me quickly open this checklist for you. So let me quickly showcase this to you, right? This checklist is providing you it's telling you what all documents you have to refer to. It's telling you all the steps that you have to do while and before conducting the theme assembly. And it has the yes and no box also mentioned, right? So with that, Shivani ma'am, would you like to add any point?
Okay. Rightly said, Shreya. Checklist is something which is very, very important, right? So if we do not refer to the checklist, do you think we are going to forget few of the things? right? We come back and we say, oh, I forgot this, I forgot this. So do you think it is a good idea to refer to the checklist? Yes? What do you say, Shreya? Right. You're also showing me thumbs up. Absolutely. Actually, the checklist reduces the scope for gaps and avoid confusion within the team. The checklist will keep the team focused and give directions to all. See, it covers all the aspects of the organizational plan to the circulars and messages to be shared with the parents. It also reminds you about the props. Yes, and educators, do you think it is a good idea to refer to the checklist? Yes? What do you say, Shreya?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. And I think my educators have understood the importance of the checklist. And now we can go on to our next document, right? So my dear educators, we have a goal, we have a purpose for the assembly, and we know who is involved. But do you think without a plan, can you proceed even can you proceed any practice? Can you proceed anything without a plan when you're conducting the thing of assembly? If there's no planning, can you achieve your desired outcomes? Do you think you need a layout of what you have to execute? Do you need to decide who are the stakeholders, who all are involved, and dedicate the roles to them also? What do you think, dear educators? Do you need some type of layout or plan?
Shreya? Oh my goodness, Shreya, you have so many questions that are coming to your mind. And as Lawrence J. Peter has famously said, if you don't know where you are going, you will probably end up somewhere else. I'm sure we all know how important a plan is. And like Shreya said, the answer of all your questions will be found in the theme assembly plan. This plan contains detailed notes and gives clarity about how each activity is to be carried out. Remember, these activities have been selected from Unit 1 and 2. The plan also has a note for you, the dear educators, reiterating the goal and what you need to do to gear up for the theme assembly. Also, every activity has been explained thoroughly. What needs to be done, how the learners need to be prepared. Links, QR codes have been given as reference and guides, right? And you will even find here the script for both the practitioners and the learners. For our theme assembly too, this is where we got all the dialogues from. Yes, Shreya?
And ma'am, I would also like to draw the attention of the educators to one more aspect of the theme assembly, right? So it is important. So as you know, every opportunity, we try to take every opportunity to engage the learners in a transdisciplinary manner, right? To develop skills and different competencies. And you will find that highlighted in the theme assembly plan. As you can see, so the first activity we did was the prayer. So let me just zoom in here a little. So you can see the focus domains. It's being highlighted that we're covering language. It's also showing the skills and the values dispositions that are being covered, which is collaboration, cross-cultural understanding, and communication, right? So we have highlighted all these aspects also in the theme assembly plan, which you can also share with your parents, right?
Yes, Shreya. And yes, educators, the multiple intelligences such as verbal, linguistic, and musical, rhythmic, and attitudes, skills, values such as collaboration, communication, that are being covered in the activity, which have been highlighted here, right? You will also see the NEP and NCF connect here. That is how the activity covers the goals set up by the NEP and NCF, right?
And also another addition to the theme assembly plan is and it's something you will find extremely helpful. These are the performance indicators and the intervention possibilities. Educators, you will know what outcomes have to be achieved and how you can intervene what are the needful steps you need to take to ensure your learners cover those anticipated learning outcomes, right? Okay, so now let's go back to the slideshow. Yes.
Yes. And educators, you can see that every step of the theme assembly, every activity has been planned in detail for you, right? However, not everything runs to plan. Maybe we may face various challenges. So you can plan further. What do we need, Shreya? What do we need so that everyone works systematically and is more organized? There are fewer challenges and all the finer details are looked into. What would you suggest for that?
So, my dear educators, for this, we have our organizational plan, which helps define the roles, the responsibilities of the team, and also it also provides you clarity, right? When you're preparing the theme assembly, it also gives you how you can it gives you insights on how you can meaningfully conduct this overall presentation. Without this plan, we cannot get direction and we might deviate from our goal. So this is the document we can refer to, which helps give us that clarity.
Yes, Shreya. And this organizational plan will keep us organized with fewer troubles. Remember, everyone, the organizational plan specifies all the areas which need attention while we are preparing the learners for the theme assembly. Yes?
So now, my dear educators, I think you'll all agree with me. You know how kids are, right? It happens that sometimes the learners, they're not ready for practice, and even the learners are missing at the time of practice. So how do we ensure that all of the necessary details like the rehearsal time, the slots in which I'll be doing the rehearsal, right? The different groups I'll be allocating for each activity, how will I ensure all of these things are in place? I don't know about you, but I know I cannot handle all of this.
Yes, Shreya, all these nuances are covered in the organizational plan, right? So what I was saying, that all this is covered in the organizational plan. Yes, educators, have you gone through it? Yes, and it also includes the details of the roles each child has been allocated. Of course, you may need parents' help to prepare the children with the script also. Yes?
Right, absolutely. And understand, right, that when we are practicing with the dialogues with our learners, right, it's very important that we focus on the pronunciation, the diction, the clarity, right, that our learners are speaking with. And very important, dear educators, focus on the causes that your learners are taking, right? And obviously, you will need the parents' support, right? They can help the learners learn their lines, right? So you can also have groups. Groups can be formed by the educators, right? So these activities, they can be bifurcated amongst the different groups of educators. This will help reduce chaos also.
Right, Shreya. Very rightly said. And what about the dates and time of the final presentation? I'm sure that is coming to your mind. Should we inform the parents about when are we going to have this presentation? Or should we inform them after the presentation or before? We actually have to practice. So before, right?
So, ma'am, obviously, we need to inform the parents of the date and time before preparing for the theme assembly. Otherwise, it so happens that the learners are missing on the day of the final theme assembly also.
Rightly said. And another challenge that we may face is discipline among the learners. How to deal with that? We have a few energetic and bright ones like you were seeing in our assembly also, no? Who may get distracted. Distract others also in the group. They may be distracted themselves and distract others also. So what to do?
Don't remind me, Shivani ma'am, but let me tell you, when we started planning for the theme assembly, I had referred to the organizational plan, which had provided with me with tips on how I can face these challenges during the preparation. And it also stated some ground rules, a set of code of conduct, which I should discuss with my learners before each practice.
Yes, Shreya. And I'm sure this will help us to be more organized. Yes, educators? And the whole process will be fun, like we were enjoying in practicing and in the final show. If we are organized and every part of the assembly is optimized for success. Yes?
And ma'am, you know, parents, they're playing a very, very important role in the preparation of the theme assembly. So don't you think it is a good idea we get the details which are mentioned in the theme assembly, in the organizational plan, we get it shared with the parents? What do you think, my dear parents? When we're saying that all of these tips and tricks are mentioned in the organizational plan, don't you think they should be shared with the parents? They'll also help prepare the learners if in that way. And I believe there will be less chaos when the parents know exactly what their role is, and they'll know exactly how they have to prepare the learners.
Yes. Rightly said. And absolutely, that will also reduce a lot of confusion, Shreya, or stress that we are going to have. And the entire process of preparation will progress smoothly. We can say that homeschool connection will surely lead to a rocking show. Yes?
Absolutely, ma'am. But now we need to address another very, very important aspect here, right? We have so many stakeholders involved in this process. You have your learners, the educator, the parents, right? So it's very important that we're all organized. And when we're talking about organization, time management is the uttermost important aspect we have to cater to. So the organizational plan mentions strategies which help us manage time and ensure that every practice we do has the maximum benefit. So let me give you an example. Suppose you have the activity, the prayer, right? So you can conduct the practice of the prayer during the circle time. And when you have activities like the theme activity song or the cardboard race activity, you can conduct those activity practices during the creative arts period, right? So, and one more thing, if the script, if we have shared this prior with the parents, what will happen is this will also help you manage time, because parents, they can focus on the learners rehearsing the lines at home. And when the learners come to school, you can lay more emphasis on the diction, the pronunciation, the pauses, the hand gestures. All of this can be focused upon much more effectively.
Yes, Shreya. And the parents and the learners will also get to spend quality time together that way. That is the true meaning of enhancing the homeschool connection, where we utilize the time in doing something constructive. Yes?
Absolutely. Now, ma'am, I'm starting to get clarity, and I'm getting, a lot of my questions are being answered, but ma'am, help me with a few more questions here, right? So do you think we need to prepare some props or some backdrops? And what about in the case if the learners, if the learners' parents, they start arriving early? Should I have some activity planned for them? Should I have some music ready? I don't know what to do on the final day. I am feeling super overwhelmed just by thinking about it, ma'am.
Shreya, why to be overwhelmed? It's so simple. Allocate the making of the props and the backdrops to the learners and guide the parents to help them, right? Well in advance. The art department can provide them with the ideas. IT expert in the school and the music department will contribute to make the PPTs and arrange welcome song. While we are waiting for everyone to join in, does that solve your problem? Yes?
Yes, ma'am, it does. You're always such a big support. But a few more questions, they come into my mind. right? So as this is a public speaking event, right? Don't you think there should be certain guidelines, right? Which will guide us to ensure that the learners become confident speakers. Like they don't, and also they can learn those small gestures, like they should not speak out of turn, how the facial expression should be, how they should be having controlled hand gestures, what is the proper voice modulation they should be using, how do I ensure, is there any guidelines for this that we can refer to?
Please, no worries. As I said, the organizational plan, which you are forgetting again this time, gives a guidelines for the parents and how they can help in training the speakers at home by practicing the script and timing it, standing before the mirror and speak as if you are on the stage. Record the voice and play it to ensure if it is well modulated and right pace. All this will certainly take care of the oratory skills of our learners.
Absolutely. And now look here, dear team, this is the parents invite. Let me remind you, this invite has been already uploaded on the e-learning platforms. Do ensure that you send this invite timely so that the parents are part of the celebratory event of your young rock stars, right? And now, my dear parents and my dear learners and my educators, they're all putting in so much effort for this theme assembly, right? So don't you think there should be certificates to go and acknowledge this participation, right? Because I'm sure anytime we're given a small reward, we feel so happy, we feel so accomplished, right? So, my dear educators, let me quickly tell you that there are certificates for the learners, for the parents, right? And for you, which are uploaded on the e-learning platform. You can go and share these certificates to the learners and the parents on the day of the event.
Shreya, do not forget yourself, educators, because just like Bournville chocolate, you truly deserve it. Yes, the certificate for the educator as well.
And my dear educators, I know for a lot of us, this is the first time that we are experiencing the Nature Nurture curriculum. And when we hear about all these documents and all this planning that goes into this event, we might feel overwhelmed for some time. But don't worry, that's natural. Before we start planning for the theme assembly, it's always a good idea, right, that we fill out this theme assembly introspection form. This is a form which is again available on our platforms. And what it does is it gives us a moment to take a pause and introspect. What is our understanding of the theme assembly and the different documents that we have to refer to? And what this will help us do is that it will make us understand what we know and what are the documents that we need to gain clarity on, right? And this way we can overcome any doubts.
Rightly said, Shreya. And this introspection form helps us reflect on our strengths and shortcomings, and then how to overcome these as well.
Right. And last but not the least, feedback is the most essential when we are looking, if we want to grow, when we're talking about having a growth mindset, it's really important we thrive on feedback. So once the theme assembly is done, you can share this parents reflection form, right, to get an insight how the parents found the theme assembly to be. And the coordinators also, they have this feedback form that they can fill out, right? So they can basically provide us an insight that what are those areas that we can always have, that we could have done better, right? So it's not something that we should be fearsome of. It is something that we should take, right, with good spirit and understand what could have gone better. right? So now, my dear educators, I know this was a little long round of questions, a lot of documents, but with all of that said and done, I think I feel more relaxed, and I'm super excited now to actually conduct the theme assembly. And let me tell you, I know a lot of us, if you have any doubts still regarding the theme assembly documents, you can always reach out to us. Like I was reaching out to Shivani ma'am throughout this session. You can always go and reach out to us, right? If you have any doubts still related to the theme assembly document.
Right. And with this, my dear educators, we culminate today's session. Thank you so much. Have a happy theme assembly. Let us all stand and dance. Come on, everyone. So let's say goodbye to each other with this little song. Shah, can we play the music for everyone?
I messed up tonight. I lost another fight. I still mess up, but I'll just start again. I keep falling down. I keep on hitting the ground, but I always get up now to see what's next. Birds don't just fly, they fall down and get up.
Yes.
Nobody learns without getting it wrong. I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end, and then I'll start again.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye, everyone. See you again. Hope you enjoyed the theme assembly. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.